with the long ball on back-to-back days today. Arizona looks to make it 3 straight as they send Josh Colementor to the mound. You see, it's been a packed house for these first 2 games, and the Snakes want to keep the momentum in their favor. It's the Giants, the Diamondbacks, and it's next on Fox Sports Arizona. The Arizona Diamondbacks and their fans enjoying a very prosperous start to the 2012 season. A happy Easter Sunday, one and all. It's opening week. It's presented by our good friends and partners with Burger King. The Diamondbacks looking for a sweep of the San Francisco Giants. Better said, they have won 7 consecutive games against their division rivals. Opening week brought to you by Burger King. Hi there, folks. Happy Sunday, happy Easter Sunday. We trust wherever you may be, you've had a very safe and sound weekend. This is Mark Grace. My name is Darren Sutton. I got these for you. You like Peeps?
I do.
Happy Easter.
You're good Peeps.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah,
we're not hip at all to use that, but you're hip enough to talk about offense. And really, you wanted to drive it as we show some of the offense into the number 2 spot, because I think you're about to educate us why 2 hitters on this team may benefit.
Well, first we saw Chris Young have a big day in the number 2 slot on Friday. And then the next day, you saw Aaron Hill drive a couple of balls into the seats as well. There's been a lot of offense. There have been some balls going to the seat. But the thing that Young and Hill have in common is the number 2 slot. And it doesn't matter who, Young, Hill, it might be Ryan Roberts, it could be anybody on this team. Whoever it is going to get good pitches to hit. Why? Because Justin Upton hits in the number 3 slot. You're going to get good pitches to hit when Mr. Upton's hitting behind you.
Briefly, before we go to break, too, it's been kind of that same recipe that we saw last year. Good enough starting pitching, timely hitting late in games, and then a solid bullpen.
That's exactly right. And did you say briefly? Okay, I'll wrap it up quick. You're exactly right, Darren.
See, there you go. Certainly glad you're with us. We have a fun matchup today. Pablo Sandoval, Paul Goldschmidt. These guys will have to deal with Matt Cain and Josh Colementor. The Giants. Whoa!
Goodness
couple
gracious.
of giant Easter eggs there. Canyon, the Grand Canyon State, one of everybody's favorite parts of baseball. On Sunday here at the ballpark, the kids take the diamond with their heroes, and on this Easter Sunday with the Arizona Diamondbacks ready to roll. Arizona looking to improve to 3-0. A great Sunday to you, one and all. Glad to have you with. And as you're joining us from home, we also grateful to be enjoying baseball here in Arizona and in the United States of America. And with that in mind, our national anthem down on the diamond. And excited to share that with you on this Sunday. Part of baseball, part of Sunday, part of the United States of America. And certainly glad you've joined us and welcomed us into your home.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Josh Colementor and the Diamondbacks have their hands full. One of the best in the game, Matt Cain, trying to avert a sweep at the hands of the Arizona Diamondbacks. Colementor's final start of spring was solid. It should be fun. The field with the ball players, but also with the skipper to help exchange lineup cards for manager Kirk Gibson. And the lineup card for the San Francisco Giants that was penciled in by Bruce Bochy. Nearly 2 decades managing in the National League West. He gives Gregor Blanco a start in center field, with Melky Cabrera a hot start for Pablo Sandoval. Buster Posey, Aubrey Huff, and Brandon Belt and Brandon Crawford back-to-back. Speed of Emmanuel Burris instead of Ryan Theriot at second base, and Matt Cain 9 hits last season. 26-year-old right-hander out of Central Michigan University. Homer, Michigan, Josh Colementor won a lot of big games in a big season for Arizona.
Threw a lot of really good ball games for the Diamondbacks last year. A big, pivotal guy in the Diamondbacks winning the National League West last year. Also, I can't forget the game he pitched against the Milwaukee Brewers with their back against the wall, down 0-2. He came out and beat those Brewers, and the Diamondbacks nearly pulled off the miracle comeback.
Pitched well in postseason, pitched very, very well in big games. Ryan Roberts is way in at third. We're underway on this Sunday. Certainly glad to have all of you with us. Gregor Blanco, a lot of time in the minor leagues with Mike DeMuro working behind the plate. Popped foul up and into the seats. Around the bases again one more time. That's James Hoy, Jim Joyce, and Jim Reynolds. Hoy, or I should say Joyce, is the crew chief of the umpires. 28-year-old out of Caracas in Venezuela.
Good fastball there on the inner part of the plate and tied him up.
Blanco kind of fits into what Bruce Bochy and the Giants are evolving into. A little more speed, a little more aggression.
Well, I think you have to, Darren, because that is such a spacious ballpark up in San Francisco. If you're wanting a bunch of guys that you think can hit it in the seats, it just doesn't happen up there in the Bay Area.
Fastball inside corner. That's strike three.
Yeah, Gregor Blanco doesn't like that call from Mike DeMuro. He thought it was a little bit inside. I think the Diamondbacks may have gotten a little bit of a break. Let's see if that ball caught the corner. And it did. That's a good pitch and a good call by Arizona product Mike DeMuro, calling the balls and strikes behind home plate.
So now Melky Cabrera. If in fact you're new to the Diamondbacks and haven't watched Colemencher pitch much, especially last season, he's unique to say the least. As that one is bunted at, he pulled the bat back. No, he didn't upon appeal, says Jim Reynolds. Strike one.
Well, Cabrera's not real happy with that call, but I think he blatantly took a jab at it. Let's see. What do you think? Absolutely he did.
So 0-1 the count. A good start to the season for Melky Cabrera as he fights off a changeup. Simply put, Colemencher is like no one we've seen before.
No, not at all, with the unique arm delivery, but also what I'm seeing right now out of the gate, and it's a good sign, Darren, a bunch of strikes. He got in trouble this spring by falling behind hitters, and he learned real quick. Major league hitters, when they're 2-0 and 3-1, they're going to hammer you.
Fastball is high, 1-2 the count.
And that's about the most you're going to get out of a Colemencher fastball, anywhere from 87 to 89, but the good changeup right behind it.
Popped up, 87 miles an hour, and into the seats it goes.
I like that he's pitching into the left-handed hitters as well. You have to speed up to get to that fastball in, and once again, that'll make that changeup even that much better if he can execute it. Missed you yesterday, Darren. You had a good ball game, though, here.
It was basically the same game as opening day. I mean, a lot of timely hitting early, some good pitching, and J.J. Putz and his mates locking down the game.
Had the identical score. You had the comeback from the Giants, but just fell a little bit short. You had Hernandez handling the 8th, Putz handling the 9th, and a 5-4 Diamondback win.
Changeup. That's a tough pitch to stay on. J.J. Putz, along with Hernandez, who we saw a moment ago. Opening day was Joe Patterson. Yesterday was Brian Shaw who helped out of the bullpen. The bullpen that they haven't gone down to the bullpen yet. That pitch is high. 2-2 the count. Hitters will probably soon want those guys to get on out of here.
Head on, guys. Beat it.
Slapped up and into the seats. And
he's having a good at bat.
Now he's had a good start to the year. He's got 3 hits, a double, a homer. And Cabrera, who last year hit over 300. 200 hits in a season for Ned Yost and the Kansas City Royals. Curveball. That's the third pitch, distant third pitch. Miguel Montero saying this morning, I'm going to make him throw it. He's got to at least show it.
And it's not a great curveball at all. It's just something different besides the 2 straight pitches, the fastball and the changeup. Right now, Colemencher thinking, what do I have to do to get Cabrera to put one in play?
9 pitches. The next one will be 10 on a 2-2 count. Change up, tipped it into the catcher's mitt. He hung with him. Well, what he had to do was just slow it down.
He slowed it down, and then it also had some serious dive down and away from Cabrera. Watch this thing run a good 6-7 inches off the plate. It was foul tip, but Miguel Montero hangs on to it, so can't start any better if you're Josh Colementor. Back-to-back strikeouts of those two bunny rabbits. Oh, happy Easter, everybody. Those two fast guys at the top of the lineup, in Blanco and Cabrera.
Good start for Colementor. Great start for Pablo Sandoval. Has always loved this ballpark. Has always hit the Diamondbacks well. He is 4 for 8 to open the season. And he's hit starters. He's hit closers. And setup men.
This boy can just flat out hit. Oh, what a pitch there on the outside corner. Colementor sharp early.
Yeah. Not representing the panda today on the head. They got the Easter ears, the bunny ears.
Just missed.
Took a shot out there. 2-1 the count. 24 starts, 7 relief appearances last year for Josh. Came in the count 3-1.
Right now, it looks to me like Diamondback pitchers are just being very careful with Pablo Sandoval, and they're going to take their chances with Buster Posey. Oh, what a good pitch on 3-1 there. Lyle Overbay going to get a start over at first base. He gobbles it up, and Josh Colementor looking good early.
Runs already for the Arizona Diamondbacks. Can they get it going again? Let's take a look at Kirk Gibson's starting lineup. The Power Brigade early in ball games so far. Willie Bloomquist, Aaron Hill, and Justin Upton. Montero catching his 3rd consecutive day. No surprise there for the Iron Man. Young, Roberts, as Gracie mentioned, Lyle Overbay. Fan favorite Gerardo Parra gets to start, the Gold Glover in left field. Josh Colementor is on the mound. Kirk Gibson ready to roll. Shaking things up with regard to the lineup, and certainly you better have it shaken up and prepared for this man, Matt Cain.
One of the best right-handers in the game, and he just got paid like one of the best right-handers in the game. The Giants realized what kind of a gem they've got in Matt Cain. They took care of him for a lot of years. It's well deserved, as that was swatted foul to start the ball game. Got a good fastball. He's really turned into some decent off-speed stuff, too. He's a guy that's always been a hard thrower, Darren, but he's really added a quality changeup and breaking ball to that fastball as well.
He believes in his fastball. He always has. If he finds himself in a bit of trouble, he will throw that fastball. He will locate it. Along with adding stronger pitches to the fastball, he's made his fastball deeper with regard to its movement. And he, as you can see there, will change arm angles on it a little bit lower, a 2-seam fastball. About 6 out of every 10 pitches for Cain are fastballs, and it averages well over 90 miles an hour. The secondary pitches, though, you said that he's added, he kind of mixes them up evenly. And he'll keep one in his pocket sometimes for later in the game.
Yeah, mostly sliders to the right-handed hitters, mostly changeups to the left-handed hitters.
Willie didn't play yesterday. It was John McDonald at short. Willie was 2 for 4 with a run scored on opening day. Breaking ball dives into the dirt. That's the curveball, bigger, slower with regard to break from Kane. Well, the Giants feeling like, with regard to the contract you were talking about, that a 5-year commitment, any commitment of that length is risky for a pitcher, but he's done. He's still only 27 years old. That's why.
A lot of pitches left in that right arm. Nice at bat here out of the gate by Willie Bloomquist, laying off a couple breaking balls to get the count to 3-2. And I would imagine a fastball here from Kane.
Yeah, keeping their best pitchers together long term may be a challenge for the San Francisco Giants. That's John Schuerholz in the Atlanta Braves trying to do that through the 90s and into the new millennium. Line drive, center field. Willie Bloomquist is on. He called it a good at bat. He just made it a great at bat when he finished it with a hit.
He put a beautiful at bat there, certainly on Matt Cain, and he got the fastball he was looking for. It was elevated just up around the belt, and he just ripped it into center field.
Which brings us to our Kia Motors key to the game with regard to Kirk Gibson and his squad. Now, Gracie, this is yours. Please take it for us.
Well, don't forget how you did it. And the last 2 games, Friday, Saturday, identical scores, 5-4. Diamondbacks got a couple of home runs in the first inning and then got a lead, and then Giants came back and the Diamondbacks held them off. Hernandez puts 5-4 wins. No, just don't forget how you did it.
Okay.
Just kind of just like that. Go ahead and just stay right on cue.
I think that's a great key to the game.
You know what? It's one of the better ones of the year. Oh, I'm sorry. This is the second game I've done.
Well, I think it was a fine key to the game. Aaron Hill was a key to yesterday's game with 2 long balls.
That he was. It was good to see, too. Wasn't the greatest of springs for Aaron Hill. He put a charge into a couple yesterday.
A couple of Diamondbacks talking about Kane. The runner on the move. The throw down. Into center field it goes. Willie's trying. Here's the throw. He's in there. A poor throw by Posey. Heads into center field. Stolen base for Bloomquist. He had 20 a season ago.
Well, Willie Bloomquist is very aggressive. He doesn't get the greatest of jumps. However, Buster Posey makes a really poor throw. You see Crawford can't come up with it. Now it's gamble time again for Willie Bloomquist. He scampers onto third base. Trust me, he scampers onto third base. And now he's sitting in scoring position with nobody out.
Well, there he is at third, as you mentioned. 1-1 the count. Hill off the end of the bat, shallow center. Blanco coming. Willie to the plate. The throw, a thing of beauty.
Boy, a big out there for the San Francisco Giants. A nice job by Blanco in center. Coming in, gathering it and getting it into the infield. Nowhere for Willie Bloomquist to go.
So now Kane versus Upton. With a runner on third, and again less than 2 outs. It was a talking point for Kirk Gibson all spring long, this situation, being able to capitalize and get the run across. They play Upton to pull on the infield. A ton of space on the right side on the ground.
He got a change up, and it was right there to hammer, and he missed it.
Just in a pair of hits to start the year, and also a pair of walks. Don't you know Hill would love to have that RBI? He looks for his mates to pick him up. Can't do it every day.
The infield's back. They're conceding the run. So all you need is just any kind of contact besides a pop-up, and you're good to go. You'll have an early lead. gas right by it.
And already we're seeing a Matt Cain approach that truly changes speeds and arm angles on his fastball.
Yeah, Justin never been a guy that has been consistent at all in this situation. You'd love to see that. You need that up around 65. Gas right down the middle. Justin swinging really hard. So Matt Cain about to get out of a really, really big jam if he can find a way to retire Miguel Montero. I mean, this is right down the middle and right by Justin Upton. That's probably one of those situations where he's looking for something off speed instead of just going up there and finding the ball.
So now Miguel Montero. Last year, Cain was better, and it speaks to his development, his maturity, if that's possible when you're already a great, against lefties and righties. Lefties hit below 200 against Matt Cain. That's probably the evolution of that changeup, too. Like that.
Well, that was another hanging changeup right there. We saw Justin Upton miss a hanging changeup. And that time we saw Miguel Montero do the same. I mean, those pitches are right there to clobber.
Hill's fly ball wasn't deep enough. Upton struck out.
Boy, that just missed outside. Good pitch.
And by the way, Matt Cain has been watching the first two games.
He has?
He understands the momentum he could create when the Diamondbacks have owned early momentum in the first two contests.
Ate him up, tied him up with a fastball in. Another good pitch.
He looks good out of the gates, doesn't he?
Boy, it started ugly for him with Bloomquist getting a base hit, stealing second, and reaching third on the air. Matt Cain had to dig deep early, and he's certainly done that.
Trying to pick up his catcher, who had a throwing error, Buster Posey. Rewinding that play and thinking about it, if Posey just puts any throw on top of the bag, Bloomquist would have been out, let alone throwing it away. Chased, he picked up his catcher. He put some momentum in the visiting dugout for the first time in 3 games early.
Sunday here at the ballpark, Diamondbacks and the Giants. Josh Colemanter with 2 strikeouts in a 1-2-3 first inning. We head to the top of the second, And in the spring, Josh Colementer's numbers not good by any means. And so in a film session, Kirk Gibson and Charles Nagy were watching Colementer pitch during the spring, and they brought in Miguel Montero to see if he could pin down any of the problems that Colementer was having. And Miguel said right off the bat, he said his arm is down, the elbow is falling a little bit from where it was last year. And guys, Kirk Gibson said that he thinks that because that Colementer was working on that curveball, he lost his release point on the fastball. He came back on Tuesday against Milwaukee, had a very strong outing, and Miguel Montero said he cleaned it up. You could see the results of that today.
Good stuff, Jody. Thank you for your insights. Change up and a dandy. He has to have a higher than high arm angle. Over the top, plus 1 or 2.
Absolutely. The deception is what's gotten him here and what's made him successful.
Buster Posey with a base hit to left field. Parra will pounce on it and fire it back in.
Nice
on the bag.
What a great play in left field by Parra, holding Posey to a single.
Left fielder number 17.
And this ball is ripped over the head of Ryan Roberts. Watch how far Parra has to go. Great speed, cutting it off, and then just throwing a rocket right on the button to second base. Mercy.
Big shift to pull for Aubrey Huff. Roberts well off the line at third, and Huff takes up and inside. 1-0 the count. Outfield even swings around pretty good. By the way, for Posey, 3 for 9 now to start the season. Giants fans are just thrilled that he's had any at-bats and that he's all the way back from the devastating injury last May. 2-0 the count. Close there.
You're going to get a free rip at a fastball here.
Three 3-0 the count. Brandon Belt waits on deck. Would you give him another free rip here at 3-0?
I'm not swinging 3-0 here if I'm Aubrey Huff. But then again, today's baseball game's a little bit different from the era I played in. A lot of guys swing 3-0 now.
The Diamondbacks certainly do a lot. Ball 4. Fastball dives low. Single Posey. Huff with the walk. And now Brandon Belt.
Brandon Belt.
Belt penciled in. Well, better said, he's written in ink. I mean, they plan on him playing first and playing first all season long. Aubrey Huff there had played a lot of first, has been moved to the outfield. They've just decided that Brandon Belt and Brandon Crawford will have to play their way out of spots. They're just committed to him. Homered 9 times, would hit just .225 a season ago in a portion of a season.
All of a sudden, Colementer all over the place. Once you start missing up and away, like he has the last couple of batters, just means you're not finishing your pitch, are you, Darren? And you being a former pitcher, what does that mean?
Well, you're not finishing your pitch because you can't, because that big lead arm, you see, it's a funny comparison, but that's almost Tim Lincecum-like, how he gets up there with that lead glove and lead arm. That means that front side is leaving too early. It's rushing to the plate, so you physically can't finish. Got to give that throwing arm a chance to get up top like that. You can't throw a changeup like that without giving it an extra beat for your arm to get up top, if that makes sense.
That makes a lot of sense, and that was a beautiful changeup there from Colementer. Desperately needs to find a way to retire Brandon Belt.
A walk and a strikeout, 1 for 7 to start the season for Belt. Fastball in, it's a mile high at the infield fly.
Well, he made a big-time pitch when he needed to. An unproductive out off the bat of Brandon Belt. Now Brandon Crawford,
number 35, Brandon Crawford,
who is Major league shortstop all the way defensively. Offensively, it's been a struggle for him. Not only the first couple of games this year, but in his few looks last. He never, even in the minor leagues, never really much of a hitter, has he been, Darren?
266 career hitter in more than 250 minor league games, with a 331 on base in his minor league career. Changeup fooled him badly, 0-1.
But defensively, he is a terrific shortstop.
Well, however you grade defense, whether it's just with your eye or with total chances and fielding percentage or with defensive metrics, they all say that he's good. Outside. Cole Mentor, even though it's only 87 miles an hour, those the fastball, or did last year, still about 7 out of every 10 pitches. Think about that, you young high school pitchers that already throw harder than he does.
Exactly.
Line drive, hugging that line, it's down. Parra will play it in the corner. 1 run is in. Flannery's going to send him on. Parra, a high throw, well off the mark. A great piece of hitting and an inexplicable play by Gerardo Parra in left field.
Well, he's probably going to get 2 errors on this play. So Gerardo Parra.
Second baseman, number 2, Emmanuel Burke.
Let's say that's a nice piece of hitting there by Crawford. A big hit right there, and then just all you got to do here is just get it into your and he kicks it, and then now just for some reason just airmails everything. And so I would imagine he's going to get an error for the run scoring, and then another error for overthrowing everybody and allowing Crawford to get to third base. So that should be 2 errors right there on Gerardo Parra.
So the infield comes in. They don't rule it 2 errors yet. They give it a double and 2 RBIs.
Boy.
There's no error given at all?
Well, there's definitely. Wow.
Flannery was going to stop the runner at third until he dropped the ball in left field.
It's crazy that there's not 1 error. There should be 2.
A little number charging is Roberts. The only play is Burris, and he can fly, and he got him. A fabulous play by Ryan Roberts, but a run scores. And the San Francisco Giants lead it 3-0.
Pitcher number 18.
Just a little cue shot. Good jump there from Crawford. Nice decision there by Roberts. Just take the out at first base. Don't let it become an even bigger inning.
Oh, and 1 the count to Matt Cain. One and 2 the count. Matt Cain last year had 9 hits. He homered. Pretty good hitter. Strikes out less than half the time. Makes the defense makes the play or makes some plays. Not that time. He goes down on strikes. Well, a beautiful piece of hitting by Brandon Crawford. But a Gold Glover will tell you he wouldn't want a glove of any color there. To you by our good friends and partners with Miller Lite. Well, all right. Don't forget how you did it. There went that key to the game.
Yeah, so much for that.
Now you got to. Well, the Giants have been giving you a little bit of a roadmap on how to come from behind, because San Francisco's done it twice and played solid baseball. And Arizona had 48 come from behind victories a season ago. They're going to have to do it, though, against Matt Cain. Chris Young to lead it off.
Nice breaking ball to start Young.
Well, what a series to start things off, and a season regular that has followed a spring season that was fabulous too. Popped that one up to the right side. Beat him with a fastball. And Emmanuel Burris, who is out there at second base, puts that one away.
Third baseman, number 14.
Don't forget, anytime the Diamondbacks score 6 runs or more, Taco Bell gives away 3 free tacos with a large drink purchase the next day, 4 to 6 the next day. Roberts looks at that one all the way in. 0-1 the count. Right back to the screen. You know, you think about the support that Cain already has. You know, 3, it doesn't sound like a ton. It does to Matt Cain. 203 career starts for Matt Cain. More than half, 107 of those starts, he has received 2 runs or fewer of support. 2 runs or fewer. Breaking ball. Now that's the slider, correct? That's a harder.
That was the slider, yes.
Later diving pitch. Yeah, he's a guy where you disregard the wins and losses.
True.
If you're evaluating anyway.
He's just a real good one.
Every time a Diamondback player knocks one out of here, you'll cheer if you're an Arizona fan. And Fulton Holmes, they'll cheer too, as they donate $150 to the Central Arizona Mountain Rescue Association. Right over the top of a sinking fastball. Has he always had this many different fastballs?
Well, that one had some good sink on it.
Follow what I mean there?
And he's never really known to be a guy that sinks. Watch the bottom fall out of this thing. Gone. Might have a little Crisco on his uniform somewhere.
Yeah, maybe so. Whatever you got to do when you're not getting any support, you have to do what you have to do.
That's exactly right. Can't say I blame him.
Well, I resemble that remark. 0-1 the count to Lyle Overbay.
Put you through all those private schools.
Lyle, a nice pickup for Arizona and brought back to play off the bench. The Kirk Gibson style for a bench player. Bruce Bochy said, I'll let my players know. He said it yesterday. I'll let some of my players know that they're in the lineup. Lyle Overbay had no idea till he got here this morning. Little Easter egg hunts with the kids. Come on in. Oh, I'm playing. On a backhand, an interesting way to play it, but an out is an out.
Want to get the most out of your
Welcome to the third inning. 3-0 is the score. The third inning is brought to you by Miller Lite. Don't forget to visit local retailers and text road trip to the Miller Taste Team at 620 for your chance to win one of 3 interdivision rival flyaway trips this summer. Giants lead it by a score of 3-0. A walk, some shoddy defense in left, which is a stunner, and some good hitting as well. Part of the offensive attack by the Giants. 0-1 the count to Gregor Blanco. Struck out looking back in the first inning. And they have reviewed the scoring decision and added at least 1 error. We discussed the possibility of 2, but Brandon Crawford still is credited with a double. An error on Parra allows the second run to score. And they say that the runner in Crawford, he would have moved up to third either way with regard to the throw coming to the plate, which is debatable. Fastball is high, 1-2 the count. But this is the miscue, the initial.
Yeah, that allows the first run to score. Now that allows the runner to get to third base. And he ends up scoring from third base on a little dribbler up the third base line. So Josh Colementer ends up having an extra earned run that I think he probably shouldn't have had, as that one's hammered to left.
Sending Upton back with a leaf. It's over his head, off the wall. Justin fires it back in, so Gregor Blanco with a double. So a runner in scoring position again for Colementer.
Change up, stays up. Blanco gets full extension. Justin acted like he had a beat on it, but he really never did. And right back in business are these San Francisco Giants.
Tim Flannery in the third base box down below will keep an eye on Blanco. Longtime National League Western Division coach. San Diego and in San Francisco. And you know what else he is? He's just a good guy. Belted right field, Upton charging. A loud out that moves the run to third.
All right, now you've got options. If you're Kirk Gibson, you can bring the infield in and pitch to Pablo Sandoval, or you can pitch around him and try to get a double play ball off the bat of Buster Posey. I think right now I'm thinking the latter. He's had a monster series so far the first 2 games. Grounded out his first time up. They're going to elect to pitch to him.
And so away we go. Rolling the dice. Outfield, placed straight up. Maybe a step deep, so a ton of space between the infield and the outfield. 0-1. Yesterday, a fabulous day. Opening day, a fabulous day. And that gentleman was beside himself excited. In the panda hat.
Yes, he was. And Josh has got to get that ball down in the zone. Throwing a lot of high fastballs. And it's going to make for a long afternoon. He's got to get that thing down around the knees. Got to try to let his infielders help him out here. Sandoval, not a guy that's easy to strike out at all. Another high fastball. He beat him with it, though.
The need to work down is evident, and you can see it early on in this game. Even with that in mind, Josh remains a fly ball pitcher. So the challenge here of getting a ground ball really plays against who he is. Helped him out.
Now that's one, if you can get a guy to chase that, that's one that rarely gets fouled off. That's usually swung and missed. Sandoval somehow, some way. This thing's about logo high on his batting helmet. He still was able to get the bat on the ball and fight it off.
Runner at third. San Francisco leads it 3-0. Dating back to last year, the Arizona Diamondbacks have won 7 consecutive games against their rivals in the West, the Giants. Curveball. Nice job by Miguel Montero.
Good pitch.
Why is that?
Well, because it was a ball. It was out of the zone. And Sandoval's a guy that you know, you saw him chase one higher than high. He'll also chase one out of the zone, try to put it in play. That would have been a swing and miss breaking ball, and he was tempted to swing at it, but he was able to lay off of it. But on a 1-2 count, that's a pretty good pitch by Cole Minter.
We still haven't seen a changeup, but is Pablo looking for it? A little decoy by Miguel inside. There's the changeup. He flips it into left center field for a base hit. I don't know if he was looking for it, but he certainly spoiled it. And another run for the San Francisco Giants, 4-0.
That's why I was very skeptical about pitching to Pablo Sandoval right there. He's just so tough to strike out, and he's just such a doggone good hitter. That pitch is a foot off the plate. He just finds a way. That's just, even if you're not a Giants fan, I mean, as a former hitter, that's just fun to watch right there. That's just getting it done.
You can hear Blanco talking about the pitch he dealt with, the changeup. Sandoval hit a changeup. For Pablo, that's 5 hits already to start the year and 4 runs batted in. One 1-0 the count to Buster Posey. Posey drives it. Right field. Upton and Young going back, looking up. That one is gone. San Francisco Giants 6, Arizona Diamondbacks nothing.
I would imagine Wade Miley just got a call down there in the Diamondbacks bullpen. Josh Cole Minter, a fastball right down the middle. Goodness gracious, Buster Posey hits that a long, long ways the other way. And Josh Cole Minter getting it handed to him here on Easter Sunday.
Changeup is low, 1-0 the count. Here's the thing you respect about the Giants when you look at this entire series. As an Arizona fan, you're excited you've won the first 2. But the Giants in these first 3 games coming into today have already hit at a much superior pace than last year. They look like a different offensive team, including in the 2 losses.
And that's bad news for National League West teams.
Back-legging it. Aubrey Huff fouls it off. Big part of the ballpark. They missed it all last summer in San Francisco. Big power, but it's literally in that V from left center to right center for Posey. And he continues to own Arizona. Both of them in that batting order. Sandoval and Posey back-to-back have made careers on the Diamondbacks. Outside. And for that matter, Aubrey Huff not so bad, a .354 career hitter against Arizona. Posey .360, Sandoval .343. Ian popped up.
That was a big time pitch there for Josh. He needed to make one, and he did.
First baseman Brandon Belt.
Spoke with Stephen Drew before the game. He continues to rehab, take ground balls. He hopes within the next week or 2 to start playing in some games out at Salt River Fields. More simulated games, if you will. But Buster Posey has offered him a lot of advice. They spoke during spring training, and Posey said at some point you're going to have a 2 or 3 week stretch where you'll blow away everything you've done, and all of a sudden you'll just know.
That's exactly right.
You'll just know. And for Posey, I asked him yesterday, I said, was there ever a time where, because we've seen injuries like Brandon Webb. There was a mental part of Brandon Webb that he could never break through in that shoulder injury. I said, Buster, was there a time where you doubted yourself? He said, absolutely. He said, but more than anything, it was just daily breaking up of scar tissue. Good changeup.
And it hurts.
That's what he said. He said it just
badly.
hurts.
Yeah.
He said, you're smart enough to realize that you're not really re-injuring it, but it just doesn't feel good.
It's excruciating breaking up scar tissue. That was a devastating injury. Gas right by him. Josh Colementer getting a little bit of revenge. Now he's hoping his bats can get a lot of revenge. Diamondbacks down 6-zip.
BLT cheeseburger combo right now at Jack in the Box. It's only $4.99 plus tax. AT&T, the nation's largest 4G network. AT&T, rethink possible. Gila River Casinos is the proud partner of the Arizona Diamondbacks. Matt Cain, not knowing what to do with these 6 runs, drops a pretty curveball in there to Gerardo Parra to start things off. The Venezuelan native 0 for 2 to start the year. Swings at a fastball that's running away. Tried to pull it. And an easy chance for Emmanuel Burris, who fires over the belt.
And that's it for Josh Colementer.
A tough day. Well, you thought it was a good start. Out of the gates, you thought there might be some positive. He had a 1-2-3 first inning. Had a solid finish to spring training, but Kirk Gibson's right-hander, in the end, maybe a miscue. You could debate 2 behind him in a single play, but otherwise hit pretty hard.
Just left some balls in the middle of the plate, left some balls up and out over, and to the Giants' credit, they didn't miss them. I think also just a huge turning point in this ball game was Matt Cain wiggling out of that first inning unscathed. I think that just put all that momentum right in the Giants' dugout, and then their bats took over and have dominated the early going.
Well, sometimes, too, that's so psychological because Arizona had just been a train leaving the station right on time every game. First 2 games, that train was leaving the station, and there was bats and runs on that train. He stopped it. He halted
exactly.
it.
I mean, the first inning has been so difficult for these Giants the first 2 games. I mean, the Diamondbacks came out and just hammered in the first inning. Tim Lincecum, Madison Bumgarner.
good pitchers.
Very good pitchers.
Cy Young candidate.
And then it looked like it was going to be more of the same after a base hit from Bloomquist and an error by Buster Posey. Gets him to third. Bang, 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 right back in the dugout.
3-2 the count. The veteran Jeff Blum. Blum, Overbay. Those will be the guys that will share the role of pinch hitter coming off the bench. Just 23 games because of injury last year. It's a fly ball to center. Went down and tried to handle. The switch hitter did. A fastball at the knees. So Jeff, he is erased. Let's take a look at our CenturyLink high-speed internet, high-speed pitch. Kane touching 92, and all sorts of different angles and movements on that fastball. Clementer 89. Gracie made a good point a moment ago. The last time we saw this guy hitting, it felt like kind of a different ball game. And he did about the same thing in the right center field. It's played on the backhand, hustling in. Willie Bloomquist setting the table for, you hope, maybe a chip away run with 2 outs. 2 for 2 today, Willie.
And you said it, with 2 outs, Darren, you have to take that chance if you're Willie Bloomquist. You have to go ahead and try to push the envelope, get into scoring position for Aaron Hill. That's a beautiful job of staying back on a breaking ball and ripping it into right center. Now, I got to try and get into scoring position. I'm going to challenge the arm of Gregor Blanco, and now there he sits with a possibility of just chipping away. That's what you have to do. A run here, a couple of runs here, and next thing you know, you're right back in the ball game.
Hill with the fly ball to center. Blanco going back. He'll be shy of the track. Bloomquist is stranded. So far on this Easter Sunday, it's all Matt Cain and the San Francisco Giants. Forget, our good friends and partners with Scotts and Lowe's remind all of you to take advantage of your home field advantage by visiting MLB.com/fan guide. A chance to win a VIP experience for 2 this year at a World Series game. Scotts and Lowe's. So left-hander Wade Miley, it was a surprise that he made the roster. Unfortunately, Kirk Gibson had his reasons that played out. In other words, he was kind of a long guy. If one of the starters struggled, he's already first time through getting his work. There's a good arm. There's a very good left arm attached to that young man out of Hammond, Louisiana.
And just goofy enough to be just fine at this level, don't you think?
Absolutely. Loves the game, a good teammate.
Very funny guy, too.
Pitched at Southeastern Louisiana, had fun every morning. They do a word of the day, and Wade would have fun with it. Guys would look up tough words, and Wade would be creative, making up his own definitions as that fastball blazes away. There may be a whole bunch of us that have a hard time matching up definitions for scholarly words, but there are not a whole bunch of us that have left arms like that young man.
No, he's going to have to give at least 2-3 innings of quality baseball out there. They're going to need him to keep the Giants at bay and try somehow, some way to solve one Matt Cain.
Here's Emmanuel Burris. 40 innings last year, 25 strikeouts. Too many homers, he will tell you, 6 home runs, but along the way won some big games for the Diamondbacks. Had 4 victories overall. Had a start, it's August, that's right, August 25th at Washington. Remember that game?
Yes, I do.
Arizona trying to find themselves. Did he make the play down there?
It looks like he may have.
Brought his glove.
On a hop, I believe.
That's the nice guy row, too. That's the section where the young man shared the baseball with the fan. That's kind of the good guy section. Miley finds it. Burris is out. So you're thinking today, it just doesn't taste good to be losing to the Giants. Or would it be the Dodgers? Or would it be the Rockies? For you, who is the Diamondbacks' biggest rival? It's our Nissan text poll. Is it the Dodgers? Which maybe a lot of you may say that. A lot of Southern Californians that transplanted here. Is it the Giants? Is it the Rockies? 36929.
Why isn't San Diego on there? The Padres.
They're not on there.
Why not?
Actually didn't write that.
I was going to say the Padres.
Are you adding them?
Absolutely.
So we're including front office rivalries then.
Well, that's the thing. You almost a full swap of front offices in the last couple of years. Plus, the San Diego Padres were champions. What, just a couple of years ago of the West?
They were.
Back-to-back years? What's going on?
Well,
the Padres.
So you're going more for the executive battles.
Well, no, on the field too.
Get your fountain pen out. We're going to war.
The Padres. There's Kevin Towers. He was traded straight up over here to the Arizona Diamondbacks.
For Josh Burns?
For Josh Burns.
Or were they both fired?
Well, that's probably more true.
2-2 the count. We love KT. Look at Miguel Montero. Fine play. Overbay thought he popped the tag on him, but Cain was on the bag first.
That's James Hoy at first base, and he thought Matt Cain's foot got on the bag before Lyle Overbay's glove made contact to Matt Cain's chest. Let's see. It's a tough call. Really good play here.
Fielder Gregor Blanco.
But the throw's up, and you can't tell from that, but that is a really good play by Lyle Overbay. Let's see. Well, that's a close play. It's just too tough to tell.
Well, I'm told, by the way, they made a big change down in the truck, the production truck. They'll be sharing it with us here in a bit. Gregor Blanco digs in. Popped up. Ryan's going to give it a run. Roberts heading toward the gate, about 15 rows back. I'm told you got what you wanted.
And I bet you the folks are all going to be agreeing with me.
Just a battle of the Blackberries. Just executives going toe-to-toe.
Well, no, on the field, too. These guys were champions just a couple of years ago. Wake up, Kevin.
0-1 the count. Bouncing ball. Overbay plays it back.
You better hurry.
Got it.
Wade Miley almost got caught napping, but he got over there just in the nick of time. So a shutout inning. And, well, let's get out those computers and let's fight.
Oh, boy. Battle of the Blackberries. Kachinko. Find out and learn how you can play right here at Chase Field by going to the interactive kiosk near section 111 during regular season home games. It's Kachinko. We love it. Gila River Casinos presents Kachinko. Justin Upton to lead it off. Did they give Miguel Montero an error on that play with Matt Cain hitting a chopper up the third base line?
It's ludicrous. Official score's having a tough day today.
Well, it's still spring training for everyone.
Well, no, it's not. It's the regular season. I mean, a really tough day. Borderline horrible.
Two 2-0 the count to Justin Upton. All right, how about a little chip away here? I know it's tough to do it against a guy like Cain. Swing and a miss. He had a big swing earlier in the game. Looking back at that inning, and Gracie pointed it out, it was Aaron Hill, a breaking ball off the end of the bat, an over-aggression from Justin Upton and Miguel Montero that actually gave the Giants momentum. Because
Absolutely.
when all that occurred, there was a runner at third with nobody out. 2-2 the count. Very tough day for Josh Colmenter. If you're just joining us, he's been chased from the contest. You know, how dependable was Colmenter last year? He made 24 starts in his major league debut. In 20 of the 24, he allowed 3 runs or less. Not earned runs, just 3 runs or less. Breaking ball, another big swing, and it's popped up for Buster Posey. Stays with it, can't lean over to the rail, just wasn't in a comfortable spot. Had another step or two to play with.
Yeah, and that's his own dugout, too, over there, probably telling him what to do, but also, you're talking about a guy that busted up his ankle and leg last year, and maybe he's just self-preservation right there with a 6-run lead. And I can't say I blame him.
2-2 the count. High fly ball, shallow center. Posey asked for the elevated fastball, and he gave it to him. Justin obliged by going after it. So Arizona, they did have, despite winning 94 games, they had their times when they gave up 6 or more runs last year. 50 times, as a matter of fact, 50 times. Here's the good news. They weren't all losses. They won 13 times.
13 of them, huh?
I mean, we can remember some victories coming from out of the clouds, down 6-1 in Houston, Milwaukee.
I remember that.
Again, the challenge is one of the better right-handers in the National League in the middle of
and one of the better
diamond.
pitching staffs, period, in all of baseball, the San Francisco Giants.
Montero struck out back in the first inning, as that one is low. Giants last year, when they scored 6 or more runs, it didn't happen a lot, as we all can imagine. They didn't lose. They were 20-0. That pitch is high.
Laid off a borderline high one. Nicely done there by Miguel Montero. Right now, you just need base runners. Somehow, some way, you need base runners. Whether it's hits, walks, hit by pitches, catcher's interference, whatever it is, you just need base runners.
Ball 4. There's your base runner.
Well, the D-backs are back home next week and host the Pittsburgh Pirates, and then the Atlanta Braves come to town. Be at Chase Field Saturday, April 21st, when the first 20,000 folks get a drawstring backpack, courtesy of MLB Network. For tickets, call 602-514-8400 or visit dbacks.com/tickets. You want to get that backpack right before school starts.
Summertime, actually. You know, the drawstring backpack kind of screams summertime. The thicker, heavy-duty backpack. That's for textbooks. Drawstring, you put a little bottle of soda, wrap your towel up, drop it in there, maybe some sunscreen. Good for the beach.
Yeah, head down to the beach.
And the MLB Network bag, too. Just about big enough to hold the diminutive Matt Vasgersian in it. You can carry him around.
You can just carry him around like a papoose.
1-0 the count. Young popped to second base. Boy, there's some tough news right there.
That's really bad news.
So just to quickly run right through that, Kane doesn't get a lot of support. And about 20% of the time he's received this many runs, he's never lost.
Exactly.
31-0.
All of a sudden, though, after a quick out, he's thrown 6 straight wide ones. Chris Young with a 2-0 count. Good slider there for strike one. Nice pitch.
Ryan Roberts waits on deck. Hard ground ball, base hit left field. A little bit of this and a little bit of that, and they hope it equals runs. Montero will walk, Young a single.
Young got the fastball he was looking for, and it was actually running away from him, but he just got the bat out there and hooked it past Brandon Crawford into left field. I mean, this pitch is away. He just hooks it past Brandon Crawford. Diamondbacks trying to make a little noise here in their half of the fourth. Still plenty of ball game left. But you'd hate to let this opportunity pass you by without getting at least one.
Roberts struck out back in the second inning, 2 for 10 to start the year, but a couple of runs batted in.
Once again, just laid off a borderline high pitch to jump ahead 1-0.
Well, if Roberts did anything well last year, it's too many things to count. Career best in just about every offensive category, and he also walked a bunch. That patience is tested now, though. Changeup. That's the perfect time to throw that pitch when you think a hitter might be aggressive.
That's exactly right. One thing we know about Ryan Roberts, he is about 99.9% of the time very aggressive at the plate. He doesn't get cheated very often.
Respectable numbers there. 31-year-old Texan, born in Fort Worth, Texas.
Good fastball. Roberts looking for something off speed.
It was several years back that Roberts had to beat out a Rule 5 pick in 2009. A catcher by the name of James Skelton. Otherwise, we wouldn't even know Ryan Roberts. Hard ground ball, and it's a foul ball.
What a moment that had to have been in Diamondback lore. Making a decision whether to take Ryan Roberts or Big James Skelton. Had to think long and hard about that decision. But they came up with the right one in Ryan Roberts.
Broke his bat. Shallow center. Here comes Blanco. Dives and he makes the play. Has he got two? No, he throws it wide. Really was never able to throw the ball.
But a great play nonetheless by Gregor Blanco. It looked like it was going to easily fall, but Blanco got a great jump, dove and made a heck of a play. And very nearly doubled up Miguel Montero at second base. That's just a super play by Blanco. I think it's more of a big play than it is a great play. Lyle Overbay got some big hits down the stretch for the Diamondbacks last year when they picked him up. They'd love to see him do something again, maybe shoot one down the right field line for a couple runs.
1-0 the count to Lyle. 35 years old. A very steady and solid major league career with two real big breakout years in 2006 and 2004. Belts that one toward the corner it goes. Here's a big hit. That one is down. One run is in. Matt Williamson. I need you here, Chris Young. Come on down. The relay. Lyle Overbay drives in a pair.
My former teammate makes me look good by shooting one down the right field line. He gets a fastball in the middle of the plate and just rifles it down the line. A little confusion with Chris Young coming around third base and Matt Williams. He was almost prepared to stop at third base, but Matt kept wheeling him, and he was just barely able to beat the throw. Chris Young nearly stopped at third base. But all's well that ends well.
Let's see what Gerardo Parra can do. You've got a pitcher on deck. Changeup. No surprise. Starts him off wisely with something soft. 0-1 the count. Parra's going to have to expand his zone here.
Well, such a big two-out hit there from Lyle Overbay. Good to see. First time his name's been called in the lineup this year, and he comes out and drives in a couple. Now you're within quote-unquote spitting distance.
Another off speed, misses away. 1-1 the count.
I would imagine Matt Cain knows that Gerardo Parra is a very good fastball hitter. I would imagine you're going to see a bunch of off speed stuff. Anything hard is going to be out of the zone. Another changeup. 3 straight changeups to start this at bat. Now Posey going to say, well, do we want to throw one more? Do we want to go to this well one more time, or maybe do we want to waste a fastball and get him to chase it? Or maybe throw him something spinning, like a slider or a curveball. There's the wasted fastball. And that's just to show Gerardo Parra, yeah, I'll throw you a fastball, but I'm not going to throw you one in the strike zone. I know you can hammer fastballs. Now I would imagine that's going to go send him right back to something off speed here. It was a slider, and he was just able to hang on.
No way to practice that. You're fortunate and you hang on, or it rings in and out, and that's what occurred. A lot of timely hits for Parra last year. Didn't hit the homers, but a bunch of doubles and big hits in ball games. Fastball buried it inside. Coming on in is Cabrera. He puts it away. Didn't throw him anything over the plate at all. Lyle Overbay makes it a ball game. In the 48 come from behind wins last year for Arizona, one thing remains steady. They did it a little bit at a time. Can they do it again? better than that. My goodness. Hoping to chip away and get something sweet in the end, these Diamondbacks, walking with a cold stone. Our trivia question. We're told it's a real good one.
Let's hope so.
Brought to you by our good friends and partners with AT&T. How many different first basemen have started on opening day for the Arizona Diamondbacks? This is the 15th season. How many different first basemen? My answer is Mark Grace.
Well, it's not really an answer. I was one of those, yeah. Now, are we naming all the first basemen or just naming the number? Well, Mark Grace.
0-1 the count to Melky Cabrera. Breaking ball, bouncing ball. Willie Bloomquist with an error. Now that's the third Diamondbacks error, though they've been improperly distributed. Miguel Montero somehow has one, and he shouldn't.
Third baseman.
Of all the errors that we've debated, we won't debate this one.
This is definitely an error. Let's hope we don't see a hit go up on the board. Anything can happen today, evidently.
Pablo Sandoval now, the switch hitter, flips it around and bats from the right side against Wade Miley. Oh, and 1 the count. 6 runs, 5 hits, and an error for the Giants. For the Diamondbacks, 2 runs on 4 hits and 3 errors. Pitch is low. 1 ball and 1 strike the count. Was Juan Miranda the opening day first baseman last year?
I think he may have been. Wow. Where is Juan Miranda this year?
Hadn't thought about it.
For the love of James Skelton.
Fly ball into right. Justin battles the sun and puts that one away.
Nice pitch there from Miley. It was down. He got Sandoval to take a defensive swing at it and just hit a lazy fly ball. So Wade Miley did his job in the 4th inning, put a 0 on the board. The Diamondback offense did their job, scoring a couple. Now it's imperative again that Miley go out there and put a 0 on the board and get the fellas back in the dugout swinging the lumber.
Just to finish the thought, our good friend and Cuban native Juan Miranda now plays in the Tampa Rays organization.
Really?
Down in AAA.
Well, you wish him well.
Into the dirt it goes. Nice job smothering a fastball to Buster Posey. The one thing when Posey did right away, he showed the Diamondbacks he debuted hitting hard. He debuted against the Diamondbacks and started something like 5 for 8 to begin his career in the big leagues, and it was against Arizona pitching. And he showed his willingness out of the gates to use the entire ballpark. He did it this time, but this wasn't a single. This was impressive.
Yeah, this was crushed. Fastball middle. And that's about 430 feet worth of long ball out there in the pool area. It's the Ram Trucks.tv pool area.
Hitters count.
Good pitch.
Robbins flags it. Fabulous play, but he couldn't dig it. Safe at second base. Lyle. So smooth on that first sack. You can expect it almost every time for him to make that play. Unable to pick it up that time.
Well, I think Ryan Roberts, if he had to do it over again, he'd probably take his time. Buster Posey obviously doesn't run well. You can see a good throw beats him by plenty.
Maybe an extra step.
Yeah, and just maybe gather yourself and make the play. Instead, he throws it on the run, off balance, and Overbay can't come up with it. And I'm not sure if that's going to be a hit or an error. Never know today.
Wow, that's an error.
I think that's the correct call.
Okay. All right. Well, two separate plays. The coming up with the ball portion of the play was really
good. But then, like I said, I think if he'd have took his time and just gotten the ball over to first base under control, I think he would have made a much more accurate throw and gotten the out. Instead, Wade Miley having to pitch around 2 kicks in the field in this inning. One by Willie Bloomquist, and now one. Line to center. No error there. So Wade Miley going to have to try to get the 5th out of this inning.
First baseman Brandon Belt.
And the man standing in his way is Brandon Belt. Popped up to the third baseman Roberts. He also struck out in the 3rd inning. 1 for 9 to begin the season. Good looking breaking ball, a chance for Hill.
That's a heck of a job by Wade Miley. One heck of a job. 2 errors behind it, no problem, says the left-hander. Boys, let's go down. Go ahead and get some more runs.
Diamondbacks baseball is brought to you in part by Nissan. Go to Nissan now for our great offers across our full lineup. Visit ChooseNissan.com or your local dealer now. Great state of Arizona, Canyon de Chelly, and we trust on this Easter Sunday you are enjoying a good day. Don't forget, visit us online at FoxSportsArizona.com for all your Diamondbacks coverage and all your Arizona sports coverage overall. Wade Miley will hit for himself. He has done a very nice job. And he rolls that one out to send the ball. Who was ready? Shoots it on the cross in time for the out. A quick 1 pitch, 1 out for Kane, who has thrown 64 pitches here in the 5th inning.
Shortstop, Willie Bloomquist.
An off day tomorrow for the Arizona Diamondbacks. And then they begin a series with the San Diego Padres. It's a road trip.
Arch rival San Diego Padres.
And then the Colorado Rockies.
Bad blood between the Diamondbacks and Padres.
Bloomquist takes a breaking ball. Willie's had a good day. He's 2 for 2. Single, double, stolen base. Unfortunately for Willie, he's been stranded twice, though. Changeup just missed. Kirk Gibson was saying yesterday, I'm going to play John McDonald. I'm going to manage the position of shortstop. And Willie hates it. Willie does not want to sit out, but that's Kirk Gibson's job to keep him fresh. And at first glance today, Willie looks plenty fresh. I think Gibson worries that as an older player who has been a utility player his entire career, you would diminish your returns pretty quickly if you tried to play him for 30 straight days or something of the sort.
He's never had to do it before. It's easy to poop out. Man, a change up under his knuckles there. Tied him up, 2-2.
McDonald got the start yesterday, and he batted 8th. Bloomquist batting leadoff. All of that trying to keep the spot warm for Stephen Drew. There's McDonald with Chris Young. To the right side, it hugs the line. Foul ball.
Well, Willie's put a couple of really good at-bats on Matt Cain prior to this at-bat, and he's put another one on him. He's hit breaking balls, he's hit fastballs, he's done just about everything. Matt Cain trying to figure out some way, somehow, how am I going to solve Willie Bloomquist?
With Stephen Drew looking on, the just about everyday shortstop. The one thing Stephen was saying, too, about his recovery before the game, he said, I feel lucky that I haven't had one of those, when you have with injury, setbacks where you have to, quote-unquote, shut it down. He said, I haven't. He said, I've been able to do something new and additional every day. I have not had to stop at all.
I'm sure he's having to break up a lot of scar tissue as well. 3-2 here on Willie Bloomquist. Diamondbacks looking for more base runners.
Willie Bloomquist into left field. Huff came in a step or two, has to ease on back and make the play. We'll have a good quote of the day, something to talk about over the water cooler maybe, and it's brought to you by our good friends and partners with Geico. Aaron Hill. They'll be there. It's a long season. They're a great team. We've got 2 games under our belt, but those 2 games are over with. We've got tomorrow, meaning today, here to deal with, and they've had plenty to deal with the Giants. So prophetic certainly, but just wise, understanding that 2 games with 160 left.
Aaron Hill's no dummy. He's not going to stir any kind of pots. Good change up, 1-1.
You look back on the celebration that the Diamondbacks had last year for winning the division. A year before, the Giants celebrating a world championship. As he checks his swing on that one. And can you pitch any better than Matt Cain did when he finally had his chance to add a flag like the Diamondbacks did last year, but the ultimate flag? I mean, in his
postseason.
Yeah, in his 3 postseason starts in 2010, he didn't allow an earned run.
He was amazing. And that's after over 200 innings pitched.
To the right side. Cain will get out of the way while Brandon Belt makes the play. 1-2-3 when he needed it most after the Diamondbacks had scored an inning ago.
Easter Bunny won.
The Easter Bunny won, beating Randy Johnson. Your boys Jackson and Preston again. Just kind of sad about that. Our dad's runner always lays an egg, it said.
That's true. He stinks.
Good to have the boys up in the booth.
It's always good to have Jackson and Preston on Easter. It's always good to have them around, period.
0-2 the count to Brandon Crawford.
But they were once again embarrassed of their father. Humiliated publicly again. There they are. There's Jackson and Preston. Preston, the one in the old school Diamondbacks jersey. Jackson, not surprisingly, with fast food on his chest.
1-2 the count to Brandon Crawford. I hadn't noticed that.
Ah, Jackson.
Back to the screen it goes. We'll do it again. 1 ball and 2 strikes. I've never seen a generic T-shirt that just says fast food on it.
Never. There was never a whopper that got by him.
Happy Easter, one and all, by the way. If you're enjoying a busy day full of plans and family, or if you're just enjoying some fast food with some buddies, either way, we hope you have a great day, wherever you may be. Be safe out there heading home. Slow breaking ball misses inside. 3-2 the count. Well, a breath of fresh air. Wade Miley has certainly done a nice job. There's some youngsters enjoying some good fast food at the yard. Ball 4.
Boy, that was painful. You had him 1-2 and you lost him. So leadoff walk. Start the 6th inning.
There's some more good fast food. Got a dog at the yard.
Second baseman.
Loaded up with all kinds of goodies on it.
And a silver bullet right next to her.
Nothing better. That's part of the experience, isn't it? Enjoying the snacks at the ballpark. A lot of different options here at Chase Field. I know you like cactus corn.
I love cactus corn. Haven't had any the last couple of days. It's killing me. It's the best popcorn in the country.
I had a chance to pick one up at another venue last night. Went and saw the Suns and Lakers play and got a big, beautiful cactus corn stand like that one. Grabbed some and enjoyed it at the Suns game as well.
We love Mike and Sharon. They do a great job. That is some big-time corn, folks.
What's on your Easter menu today? Whatever it is, thanks for inviting us in.
Good pitch there.
By the way, the production truck has told us to stop it, that we're making them hungry.
Oh, I'm hungry.
1-1 the count.
There. Oh, man. Yep, I need some.
There's some fun things going on at the park, too. Some new offerings if you come on out, along with good popcorn and cactus corn. There's one, Gracie, that I just found out about. They just passed it along. I know you love cotton candy.
That I do. What's that?
Well, there's a new offering. It's called Meatball Mania.
Tell me about it.
Well, it's a skewer with 6 meatballs on it.
Oh, my goodness.
You get marinara and chicken, green chili and Thai, ginger soy barbecue. Meatball Mania.
Meatball Mania.
Drives him back to the bag. You get a 10-pack of tacos.
Well, that's going a little overboard, isn't it? I mean, I'm hungry. I'm not quite that hungry.
And, of course, there's some vegan options. There's the Sloppy Jane.
That's not nice to say about Jane.
She
seems dapper to me. Look, she looks nice.
The Sloppy Joe, of course, is the meat option.
I got you.
Pop foul up and into the seats. There's pretzels. There's even a barbecue short rib dog.
Can't wait. I'm going to have to partake in the new stuff.
Meantime, on the field, 1-2 the count, Emmanuel Burris. Miley's thrown 35 pitches.
He's done a great job thus far. Needs to continue that great job.
If they turn anything out of this one, they've done a nice job unable to do it. Burris hit it hard right at Aaron Hill.
That's probably going to be another error on the Diamondbacks. The ball was hit hard, and I dare say I'm chagrined to think, guys, you might want to look away. But he's okay. Burris with the great speed beats it out. Man, that's going to be the 5th error of the day on the Diamondbacks. Great effort there by Hill. Well, Wade Miley wanting to, what's going on behind me?
So Wade will go to work against Kane. They will defense the bunt. Nobody out. Runners on first and second. Kane had 8 successful sacrifice bunts a season ago. Threw him a changeup. 1-0 the count. Those 3 games in San Diego. Night game, late afternoon game, and then a night game on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. The Giants do not go home. And you can see the last time Arizona had 5 errors in a game. It was when the Twins were in town last year. He's swinging. My goodness. Ryan Roberts over. All the way to third, hustling in there. Somehow Ryan Roberts is okay.
Ryan Roberts just made one of the best plays you'll ever see. And got the out at third, and then the throw from Willie Bloomquist. Watch the play by Roberts. My goodness, what a play. And the throw there from Bloomquist bounces, and big time heads up base running by Burris, getting all the way to third base in that situation. Now it's first and third with 1 out, but a super play there by Ryan Roberts to get that lead runner.
One other small part of that play was the fact that Matt Cain ran hard, especially for a pitcher the entire time. 5-6 fielder's choice.
Good fastball to jump ahead. Need a strikeout, and you need it badly here.
At the beginning of last season, San Francisco won 7 of the first 8 games they played against Arizona.
Good fastball again. Back-to-back strikes.
Since that time, Arizona has won 10 of the last 12. The 0-2.
Pretty good fastball there, too. Good 0-2 pitch. Maybe to set up an off-speed pitch here. Let's see what Wade Miley decides to do. Like we said, desperate need of a strikeout in this situation.
Got him.
Right by him. Wade Miley touching 93 with that fastball right to the outside corner. And Gregor Blanco just got his doors blown off by Wade Miley. Boy, not only the velocity, but perfect location there. And Blanco is a much-needed strikeout for Miley. I'll tell you what, if he can find a way to get through this inning with another error behind him, wow.
Off speed, misses low and inside. 1-0 the count to Melky Cabrera. He reached on an error, otherwise a strikeout and a line out. 0 for 3 today. Reached on a changeup. Boy, Miley, what a job he did. Pounds into that glove. Proud of his work, he should be.
But with the D-backs Pepsi Max Value Pack, you get a lower-level bleacher ticket, a regular-size hot dog, a 24-ounce Pepsi, and a free bottle of Pepsi Max, all for just $19. The D-backs Pepsi Max Value Pack is available for every home game this season. Call 602-514-8400 or log on to dbacks.com/value. What's your favorite Pepsi product there, Darren? You like the Max, or do you like the Diet Pepsi, or do you like the regular Pepsi?
I like Pepsi Max.
It's pretty good, isn't it?
I also like Diet Mountain Dew. Not that you were asking if there was a second choice.
I'm with you.
Just thought I'd offer it to you.
I like it too.
Justin Upton, Miguel Montero, Chris Young, a.k.a. the heart of the order. With the clock ticking, and it's getting late. Let's see if they can get one, maybe two more runs against a tough customer in Kane.
Justin's had a rough go against Matt Cain today. It's been a real struggle for him. It's like he's up there guessing for pitches, and he's guessed wrong all day long. One thing we know about Justin, if he happens to guess right, you better look out. It also hadn't hurt that Matt Cain has just made some really good. Look out.
Maybe Justin will provide a bit of a sting there for Kane. A lot of sugar around the yard today. Those bees love the candy and the sweets.
They do.
All the Easter candy out here. I'm telling you, I haven't seen him, and he's done this. That's the camera that caught our bee. I haven't seen him change arm angles like he's done today.
He's kind of dropping down 3/4 every now and then, isn't he?
Yeah, gets a little dive to it. And he's doing it very comfortably. It's not forced.
Good take right there from Upton. That ball swaying away from him late. He was able to lay off of it.
2-2. A high slider called strike 3. Justin doesn't like it. He lets Mike DeMuro know as he walks away, I should say. The frustrating day continues.
Miguel Montero.
Pretty much right there.
Here's Miguel Montero. Slow curveball. Those are ugly pitches. Honestly, that's not where the pitcher wants to throw it, and they don't look pretty, I would imagine, to the hitter, but they're ugly strikes.
They're
you don't
up,
want to throw
up
a
and out over
slider.
strikes, right. They're honestly pitches that don't get taken very often.
That's the last place Matt Cain wanted to throw that pitch. Change up.
Good take there from Miguel Montero.
Yeah, he's still boiling over. Nice job.
That's another 4-pitch walk by Miguel Montero.
Those of you that have played along on the Nissan text poll agree the Padres didn't need to be on there.
Oh, come on, folks. Yeah. Well, just the mention of the San Diego Padres. You go down there in that dugout or in the clubhouse, it just gets those boys' blood boiling.
It's more up here on the executive level.
Oh,
again.
no. Well, who do you think of those 4? And then I'll honestly tell you who I think it is.
Well, I think it's the Dodgers.
See, I think it's these guys, San Francisco Giants.
No, I'm fan speaking here because so many people that have translated from here, so many people before there were the Diamondbacks listened to Vin Scully call Dodger games here in the Valley. So I just think there's a lot of Dodger fans, by nature, a good rivalry. That's why. But right now, a breaking ball popped up to the right side. Chris Young is erased. Of the last 14 division titles in the West, 8 of them have been won by teams named the Diamondbacks or Giants.
Exactly. That's why I think it is just more the battles for first place have been with the Diamondbacks and Giants than have been with the Dodgers and Diamondbacks, or the Padres, or the Colorado Rockies have never won a division title. Now they've gone to the World Series, but that was as a wild card.
Slow curveball inside. Kane wants that inside corner. Straightens up as he looks in on that one. I'm told by the gentleman in the truck that, and the ladies as well, that our highest rated telecast are Giants games here in the Valley. Ryan Roberts gives it a ride. Deep left center field. It's a ball game.
Just continues to get big hits. And as you said, Darren Sutton, it is now a ball game. 2 runs in the 4th, now 2 more here in the 6th. And Dave Righetti going to scurry to the phone and call his bullpen, because all of a sudden Matt Cain, kind of like Ian Kennedy, kind of like Daniel Hudson in the last 2 games, all of a sudden on cruise control, and then bang, 1 bad pitch, and you're calling to the bullpen.
Lyle Overbeck drives it. Deep right field. 6-5. It's a 1-run game. Back-to-back check. Back-to-back Fulton Holmes homers as well. Twice, $150, so $300 total to the Central Arizona Mountain Rescue Association. Back-to-back homers, back-to-back partnerships with Fulton Holmes. 6-5 the score.
Well, what a strange baseball game. What a strange game baseball is. A guy that's just in absolute control. Absolute control in Matt Cain. And then he throws 2 pitches, 1 to Ryan Roberts. That's a 2-run homer way out of here. And 1 to Lyle Overbay, who hit that one way out of here to right center field. Up on the concourse, the walkway. The walkway.
Changeup, strike 1.
And it is 6-5. Lyle Overbay, my goodness, bang! Way out of here onto the walkway. This turned into a fun ball game.
Crowd starting to bubble.
How well's Wade Miley done? How big is he right now?
He's the reason.
Exactly.
He's the reason. With very little defensive help behind him. Outside good take.
Very well said. He's put up 3 goose eggs with, what, 4 errors behind him?
4 errors. Five runs allowed by Cain. Four errors behind Miley, 5 errors overall in the game.
Paul was able to lay off that good changeup from Cain.
Casilla, the hard-throwing righty, worked yesterday. Affelt worked on opening day. Ryan Roberts kept the momentum going. Wade Miley started it. Lyle Overbay took it a step forward. Into center field. Hit it well, but on a line out there. What an inning by the Arizona Diamondbacks. Matt Cain, one of the best pitchers in baseball, was staked to a 6-0 lead. But now a team that came back 4 dozen times to win last year is trying to do it again. Look forward to Miller Lite later on, and we also remind you to drink responsibly. It's Miller time. Brought to you by Miller Lite. Great responsibility comes with a great beer. Stunned. A different ball game. He has given up 5. 7 times he gave up 5 runs or more in a game last year. Twice. The team that did it to him of the 7 times was the Arizona Diamondbacks. Twice they hung 5 runs on Matt Cain a season ago. And now Arizona has managed to handle, at different points in the contest, Bumgarner, Lincecum, and Cain. Long run for Lyle. Overbay. Got it!
Oh, what a play. What a play by Overbay. Lyle Overbay, for at least 6 innings now, making some people forget about Paul Goldschmidt. He's driven in 3 runs with a homer and a double. Now makes a beautiful play down the line. First base is in good shape this year. Wouldn't you say? It's well taken care of.
Yeah, well, it certainly appears that way, and it's with the Goldschmidt homer already this year and Lyle Overbay homering. Lyle always very solid on the position of first base, as that one has rocketed foul. 3 1/3 hitless innings thus far from Miley.
Well, you just can't say enough about the job that Wade Miley has done, giving his guys a much needed spark, because the boys came out flat. Josh Coleman came out a little flat, as did the offense. But boy, Wade Miley came in, has put up 3 1/3 hitless innings, and next thing you know, a couple of bad pitches from Matt Cain, and you're looking at a 1-run ball game.
Being careful to Posey, 2-1 the count. 25-year-old left-hander, Wade Miley. Loranger High School in Louisiana. That pitch dives low. And when Wade played his college baseball in the Southland Conference for Southeastern Louisiana University, he competed against Texas State a lot. Paul Goldschmidt was on that team. Pitch is low. Very careful.
Yeah, it looked after that long foul ball. All of a sudden, Wade Miley was like, I got a couple of left-handers on deck and in the hole. I might have to take my chances with them.
Trivia question, AT&T first baseman, since a first baseman's got a big homer and a nice play as well in this contest.
I'm going to say 10.
10? This is opening day number 15. 11.
Yeah. First base has not been there hasn't been one guy anchoring it down. Travis Lee was the first, couple of years. And then Tony Clark was over there. The guy you really missed, Kojak, Connor Jackson, had some time over there.
Rubio Durazo. Big Richie Sexson.
Richie Sexson, very well said. Unfortunately, he just couldn't stay healthy here.
1-2 the count on Huff.
Lyle Overbay was actually traded for Richie Sexson to the Milwaukee Brewers. Now, Lyle Overbay back here.
Chad Tracy.
Really, Chad Tracy was there.
Whoa, what a take that was.
It was.
2-2 the count. Adam LaRoche.
Yeah, we forgot about Adam LaRoche.
Inside, rushed a fastball up under his hands. 3-2 the count. There you go. Those are the guys we were talking about.
And of course, Paul Goldschmidt. Good fastball there. It looks like it's going to reach the seats. It is.
"57 pitches thrown by Miley out of the bullpen. But again, he was going to start in the minor leagues. He prepared as a guy who was going to start in the minor leagues. A late decision was made to put him in the Major League bullpen, so he's plenty ready to do this. Fastball, ground ball. Lyles got one on the first. Double play!
Oh, everybody's having a pretty good ball game, folks. Here's one for the old guys. Attaboy, Lyle. Nice play. Running balls down from outs. And this do-it-yourself. 3-6-3.
Youth can reach their full potential as productive, caring, and responsible citizens. To learn more, visit greatfutures.org/Fox Sports. Come from behind long balls for the Diamondbacks. And the youngsters are enjoying it. Moms, the dads, aunts, uncles, grandparents. It's a beautiful, beautiful day at the ballpark. Temperatures in the 80s, roof open. Families on this Easter Sunday. Jody Jackson, Mark Grace. My name is Darren Sutton. We trust your holiday Sunday has been a good one. Jason Kubel will lead things off.
Matt Cain still out there.
Chaz Roberts air conditioning, cool play. Hit me a home run. It's my 17th birthday. Signs up. Watch this.
I love that. Well, Matt Cain is no longer on the mound. Oh, Bruce Bochy, you wily rascal.
Happy birthday, by the way.
by 1 run now. They had 48 come from behind wins last year. This year looking for their first. And Kirk Gibson talked about that earlier this week. Of course, they'd like to not be in that position so many times. But on the game of baseball, really, and fighting adversity, he said the game is about overcoming mistakes. You have to be good enough to overcome mistakes. And I think what this club learned last year, guys, is not only can they do it, but they have the confidence now to know that they can in any situation.
Good stuff, Jody Jackson.
Well done, Jody.
So, some defensive moves. Nate Shearholz is in right field. Cabrera moves to left field. Jeremy Affeldt is on the mound.
One thing about Jeremy Affeldt, he has got great stuff, Darren. I think if you've been around the game the last 7 or 8 years, everybody knows this kid has got great stuff. But sometimes, and you hope it's when he's facing the team you're rooting for, he can get wild. He can get a little wild and walk people, maybe even hit some people.
Outside, a little bit wild to start. 2-0 the count. Last year, the new Arizona Diamondback in Minnesota hit .254 against Southpaws. He did slug over 400, 418. So not a big number, but hung in there. Fastball
Good
away.
Fastball there, located at the knees on the outside corner. Good pitch.
Craig Breslow warming in the bullpen. Came over with Trevor Cahill this winter in the trade with the Oakland Athletics. Ducked underneath that one. It was high as well. 3-1.
Good take right there from Kubel. Now he's got big power, folks. He can look for a fastball in the middle of the plate, and if he gets it, he's got the ability to hit it a long, long ways. Let's see if he gets the ball in the middle of the zone.
Rolls that one foul past Eric Young in the first base box. With the Minnesota Twins last year, Kubel battled some injuries in 99 games, played mainly right field when he wasn't the designated hitter. But as you said, has always had big power. More than 100 home runs in his career. Hit a couple balls out of here in this ballpark. We'll do it again. Jason hit 300 a couple of years back in 2009. Slugged .539 that year.
Well, a really big at-bat here for Jason Kubel. Got to find his way on base somehow, some way.
Slices it down the line. It goes. Cabrera's there to play it. Kubel will stop with a leadoff single. Lefty on lefty, past Sandoval. What an amazing at bat by Kubel.
As they say in the South, that was purdy.
Yes, it was.
That was real purdy. I mean, he lets the ball travel, lets it get deep, and then just swats it the other way by a diving Pablo Sandoval. And the Diamondbacks, just what the doctor ordered, a leadoff base runner. Now Willie Bloomquist with the managerial wheels spinning. Is he bunting? Is he swinging away? Man, I'm swinging. Aren't you?
Well, he is. Sandoval can't get there. They get Kubel, the lead runner. Nice job staying back and playing it very easily, Crawford.
Kind of a gutsy play by Crawford there, getting the lead runner. A close play at second, but he had the guts to do it, and he got paid handsomely.
That, by the way, was Jason Kubel's first hit as a Diamondback. He had started the first 2 games, was hitless in 6 tries prior. Aaron Hill takes inside. 1-0 the count. And a lot of conversation, too, about using the whole field for Kubel's style of hitting. He did there.
Well, who's going to wear the hero britches today, Darren?
2-0. Double play depth in the middle of the infield. Casilla warms. He threw yesterday. Well, there's your probably biggest hero of the day so far, Wade Miley. We're not even
no argument there
without him.
4 shutout innings.
Foul ball.
Man, just inches away from a tie ball game. Mere inches. I mean, this ball hugging the line all the way and just foul. Jim Reynolds with the bad news there for Diamondback fans.
If you're just tuning in, just getting home from brunch or a family trip, 6-0 was the score at the end of 3 innings. Giants led 6-0. Arizona played at a pair in the bottom of the 4th inning, adding 3 more in the bottom of the 6th inning. Lyle Overbay doubled home a pair in the 4th. Home runs by Roberts and Overbay, part of the 6th.
Three and one. Once again, Affelt, even though he hasn't walked anybody yet, going 3-1 on Jason Kubel led to a base hit. Now he's gone 3-1 on Aaron Hill. I'm just telling you, when you're pitching 3-1 in the major leagues, boy, hitters are just going to chew you up if you're not careful.
Ball 4. And a man who has had an interesting day will wait just a moment. I'm thinking it's Casilla. It has been a roller coaster ride for Justin Upton today inside of that batter's box. He has a chance against a tough right-hander to find peace with a bat in his hand when we come back. It's Miller time, brought to you by Miller Lite. Miley did the job on the mound. Roberts and Overbay did the job with the bat snout. They haven't brought the team all the way back, but they made it a ball game and gave the Diamondbacks the opportunity. Certainly a fabulous moment in this contest. Justin Upton had a big moment last year against the man that's been called on to face him, Santiago Casilla, whose stuff, in a word, is wicked.
Throws very hard and also got a very good slider. As you can see, nobody did much with him last year. Although this man has had some history. Mr. Upton stepping in against him now. Is that correct?
Yeah, 4 of 5 with a homer. The only walk-off home run in Justin's career came against Santiago Casilla last year. 1-0 the count.
Isn't it interesting, though? You know, the managers have all these numbers in their hands. Yet Bochy believes in Casilla's stuff so much that even though the history shows that to this point Justin Upton has worn him out, I'm going to go get you anyway because I believe in you.
Now, Gracie, as they like to say in sabermetrics, small sample size.
Is that what they say in sabermetrics? I'm glad I don't know that.
1-0 the count.
Ball 2.
But don't kid yourself. I mean, even though the stuff could match up and Upton's had a tough day, the man with the spikes on the mound, he remembers all 5 at bats.
There's no question.
He won't tell you it's a small sample size. So he's overthrown the first 2 pitches, feeling like he has to do more.
I think Justin Upton right now is just happy to see anybody but Matt Cain on the mound.
Outside.
Right. Overthrew that one big time, Darren. Just yanked it right across his body. 3-0 now. And we all know Justin likes to swing 3-0, so he's definitely got the green light. But now he just has to be smart. He has to look for one pitch in one spot at the velocity he wants it. Anything else, he's got to let pass.
He was 5 for 8 last year on 3-0. 5 for 8 with 3 3-0 home runs.
Chased one up out of the zone just a little bit, but I like that on 3-0. If you're going to swing it with bad intentions like that. I mean, go ahead and try to hit that one to East Mesa like he did.
Six runs, 5 hits, and an error for the Giants. 5 runs, 7 hits, 5 errors for the Diamondbacks.
Timeout from Upton. Now timeout. I believe Posey's going to need an interpreter here for Casilla, so Pablo Sandoval is going to come. Javi Lopez meditating out there in the bullpen.
Yeah, Willie Bloomquist is wondering what Pablo Sandoval's talking about. Pablo Sandoval was saying something out there to Willie Bloomquist.
Really? Yeah, Willie's not too happy. Oh, I love it. I love it. He thinks he's maybe relaying signs. Pablo Sandoval, well, change him up, change him up. Willie Bloomquist saying, man, mind your business. I ain't doing that. I love it. Ball 4. Good at bat by Upton. And I think, Darren, I think you were right. I think Casilla, let's see what we got going on over here now. Matt Williams and Bloomquist. Now the umpire's going to get in there. That's Jim Reynolds. And that's going to be all for Casilla. Bruce Books is going to come in. But now, I think you're right, Darren. I think Casilla, he remembered those 5 at-bats with Justin Upton and pitched very closely to him. But now the bases are loaded with 1 out. Yeah, we'll be fighting when we come back, folks. Stay tuned.
Just feeling like Pablo Sandoval calling him out literally for peeking at signs, maybe giving location. He came in to visit the mound. And when he was talking to the pitcher, he was chirping at Willie Bloomquist.
You can see Willie Bloomquist basically saying, "You got a problem with me? No, let's play some baseball."
Sandoval wanting to lighten things up. Willie doesn't play at the light level.
No, Willie plays with an edge.
Tough left-hander. Javi Lopez comes on, the veteran southpaw of the bullpen to face Miguel Montero. Bouncing ball towards short. Crawford bobbles it. Everybody's safe. We're tied.
And Justin Upton just cleaned Emmanuel Burris' clock at second base. I mean, cleaned his clock nearly into left field with what he thought was going to need to be a takeout slide with Miguel Montero running. But once again, putting it in play. Is it a double play ball? Not anymore. I kicked it. And then watch at second base. I mean, cleans Burris' clock at second base. There wasn't going to be no double play if Justin Upton had anything to do with it, but everybody's safe, and as you said, Darren, we're tied.
All the way back. A 6-0 lead is now a tie ball game. Now Bruce Bochy's coming back out for another pitching change, and there's going to be a double switch as well. Arizona has the bases loaded. Sergio Romo comes on. We'll keep an eye on the other part of the change. What a ball game on this Easter Sunday. He's come on down, though, and scored the tying run for the Diamondbacks. His counterpart saying, well, what did you do there? A moot point now as we move along to Sergio Romo, part of a fabulous Giants bullpen for the last few years.
Romo, just another guy that Bochy can turn to and just have confidence in. But right now, wildness has come back to haunt the Giants here in the 7th inning, and Gregor Blanco has moved over to left field. Now Angel Pagan in center field, and Melky Cabrera over to right.
Slider, ground ball at the third. Sandoval comes home with it. Save at the ball!
Oh, they called him off the bag. Boy, I don't know there. I don't know there.
Posey's body language said sure out.
Buster Posey's not really, I mean, if you think you're on the bag, you're going to be a little more adamant than that. Home plate umpire Mike DeMuro saying no, the throw pulled him off of the plate. Boy, let's see. I mean, the throw's there in plenty of time. That's a bad call. Giants got a bad break there. No, that is a good call. He was never on the bag. His toe was never on the plate. Look at where his toe is. It's not on the plate. Now, his toe's still on the ground, but it was never on the plate. That is a good call by Mike DeMuro, and Bruce Bochy's just got run.
Now, you figured that would happen. You figured he'd go ahead and play that. And you've got to wonder, as Bochy argues, from this day forward forevermore, how much Buster Posey will hang in at home plate with a runner bearing down on him. He wasn't even standing on
exactly
home plate.
Right. That's very well said, Darren. And you could tell that Posey his heart wasn't really in that argument. His heart was, Buster Posey really didn't even argue. So I think Buster knew that Mike DeMuro got that right. And if that's the case, that's too bad. It's too bad that injury last year is causing Buster Posey for that to happen. Let's see if we can get a couple more looks. The throw is there in plenty of time. But it looks there like the toe just isn't on the plate.
No.
That's a good call by Mike DeMuro. See, the toe's still on the ground. I said the Giants got a bad break on that call. Well, that's just blatant right there that he is not on the plate. He is just not on the plate. Mike DeMuro got that call absolutely right.
No RBI. That is an error on the catcher. And Bruce Bochy, of course, was the man ejected. Ryan Roberts takes a slider for a strike.
Boy, for a pretty exciting, well-played game, it hasn't been very well played. 8 errors today between the two teams.
And 2 devastating errors in this inning by the Giants. One by Crawford, the shortstop. One by Posey, the young catcher.
Ryan Roberts trying to kick the door down now.
Remember, it was Roberts on opening day with the bases loaded that doubled into the left field corner. This team hit well with the bases loaded last year. Ryan always has. Well, last year, that was silly. 6 of 13.
A huge hit with the bases loaded on opening day. A 2 RBI double. Well, look at that frisbee of a breaking ball from Romo. Roberts way out in front.
Yeah, Ryan Roberts really had his career year in the first month or so of the season. I mean, that's really when his biggest numbers came. In April and May of last year, with runners in scoring position, he had 423. Hitless relief.
Wow. Close pitch. Roberts took it. Just off the plate. Yeah, that's a good call. It was off the plate. Posey's glove was sitting about 6 inches off the plate.
Bases full. The 2-2. Roberts bouncing ball to the bag. Long throw in time. Double play. But a pair of runs plated by the Arizona Diamondbacks. They once trailed in this game 6-0. 2 huge errors, and they lead it. Energy All-Star Wade Miley hitless relief today. 4 innings, the second longest hitless outing for a relief pitcher in team history. Max Scherzer back in 2008 went 4 1/3 hitless. That was the only time against the Astros that was longer. And a great note Patrick O'Connell sent over to us, part of the new Diamondbacks media relations staff, information staff. And I tell you, we're not talking about Craig Breslow pitching important innings if it's not for Wade Miley. And you don't want to disrespect the offense, but the offense doesn't matter without Miley.
There's no question.
Your
4
bats,
hitless innings.
Well, think, Gracie, if a couple more runs are given up, your bats are different.
You're done.
9-0.
And you're done. And Matt Cain probably goes out and twirls about 7 innings, maybe gives up a run because your heart's just not into it. You're getting blown out. But instead, Wade Miley gives you 4 shutout innings, 4 hitless shutout innings. And, well, the Giants to this point have kind of gift-wrapped the comeback with errors and walks and whatnot.
So now 31-year-old left-hander Craig Breslow goes to work. Brett Pill homered as a pinch hitter yesterday against Daniel Hudson. Last year in Oakland, a 3.79 ERA for Breslow, 67 appearances. Sails up high off the catcher's mitt. And his Diamondbacks debut, the first pitch is high. Now, maybe it's nerves, it's a new team, but certainly for this gentleman, he's a veteran. This is career appearance number 296 in the major leagues. Into the dirt it
just
goes.
missed.
2-0 the count.
Somewhere in between there, Craig. You'll be just fine. One over the head of Montero, and this one barely got to the home plate dirt area.
7-6 to score.
Truly amazing to me how you can be swinging right there. After you just missed, you just saw 2 pitches that weren't even in the area code. And then you swing it 3 inches off the plate for strike 1.
That's exactly right. He swung at ball 3.
Yeah, it's mind-numbing.
Ball is low. 3-1 the count to Brett Pill. Breslow last year actually had better success against right-handed hitters than he did left-handed hitters. Into the dirt, a leadoff walk.
Well, he really nowhere near the strike zone on any of those pitches. And after you take the lead, you hate to see a leadoff walk. Now Aaron Hill going to come try to maybe change some of the bad rhythm that Breslow has out there. Yeah, he's bouncing fastballs, and this is Breslow's inning. David Hernandez has pitched 2 games in a row. Probably not going to see him. But Breslow with an opportunity to get a ground ball double play in this situation. Wipe the slate clean.
Hot shot. It's a foul ball, though.
But that's what you need. You need strike 1.
And then the question about J.J. Putz. Before each game, he'll let you know if he's ready. Obviously, today he says he is ready to go, but then he and manager Kirk Gibson make a decision together. Never going to let a team know he's not available.
Good fastball there from Breslow. He's ahead 0-2.
Manuel Burris waits on deck. It was 6-0 San Francisco when Arizona hit in the bottom of the 4th inning.
Looked like a cut fastball. It stayed up in the strike zone.
Breslow last year threw fastballs 70% of the time, about 91 miles an hour. A majority of the pitches that remained were just that, cut fastballs, and occasional changeup to go along with it. 0-2.
Good
Got it.
slider there. Well, that's a nice little comeback there for Breslow after a leadoff walk. Just pretty much abused Crawford in that situation.
Now Emmanuel Burris.
Switch hitter with good speed.
In on the hands, Roberts. There's one on to first. Double play!
Another good takeout slide. Aaron Hill hanging right in there. And turn it over. Breslow did get the double play ball he needed. Welcome to the ball club, son.
To this point, plenty of baseball left still, though. From what we've seen, 7-6, Arizona leads it. Lyle Overbay leads it off. First pitch dives low and away. Kirk Gibson did not know, as we see Brett Pill now at first base, if J.J. Putz would be available. J.J. Putz wisely said, "I'll decide once I play a little catch and decide." Brian Shaw will look to close this ball game down. And for the veteran, pitching and saving the first two games, he will hand the reins of the express that locks down the games to the young right-hander out of Long Beach State University.
And right now you got a one-run lead. Lyle Overbay, who has had just a terrific ball game both offensively and defensively. Going to look to lead off an inning, and Diamondbacks looking to add on as that one sprayed foul. Counts now 2-1.
It was Wade Miley's 4 hitless innings that kept the team in this game. Gerardo Parra waits on deck. And Paul Goldschmidt has a bat. He is waiting in the hole. Lyle Overbay. Guts, glory, ram, tools of the trade. Dodge, ram, trucks. Stunner. It was one of the back-to-back homers in the 6th inning. That pulled the team within a run. Well, the first day or so of baseball around the big leagues this week, there wasn't much offense. Things were quiet. It picked up next couple of days. There have been some crazy baseball games today. This is one of them. Detroit and Boston played extra innings. They're playing crazy baseball in L.A. Boston actually had a 12-10 lead in extras on Detroit. St. Louis battered Milwaukee. And Detroit rallied in extras in their half to win it 13-12. They're 3-0.
Yeah, let the panic begin in Beantown.
Oh, by the way, yes, they're 0-3.
Look out, Gerardo Parra. That one just missed Gerardo in the on-deck circle. He's got those salsa hips. He can get out of the way of those.
Two and two to Lyle. Spoils it, hits it almost in the same spot. Over the head of Parra, who was on deck. This is a couple of pitches back. No problem.
Yeah. See, he does more than that on the dance floor.
2-2 the count. Shot. What a day for Lyle Overbay. How far will it roll? Far enough for the veteran to pick him up and put him down and hit a double.
I'll tell you what, every one of those that you just mentioned, the two doubles, the home run, I mean, have just been laced. I mean, that bat makes a sound right there. Bang. Fastball middle, pulls his hands in and just rips it down the right field line past Melky Cabrera and Lyle Overbay. What a day. Offensively and defensively, he's just been fabulous. 3 extra base hits, and the Diamondbacks looking to add on, get a little insurance.
Drops down a bunt. Posey's playing to third with the tag. Safe!
Well, Buster Posey having a tough time defensively. Couple of errors today. And this time he makes a decision to go to third base. It's a gutsy decision. Pretty good bunt there by Parra. Overbay looks to slide around the tag. Kind of a half-hearted argument from Sandoval. What a great slide. What a great slide. He's safe. His foot was on the bag before that glove got to the back of his thigh, the hamstring area. Great slide.
Grabbing some oxygen now. Lyle's been running all over the base pads.
Lyle's like, man, I need a couple days off.
He didn't even know if he was playing today. That's the Kirk Gibson way. He doesn't let veterans know the night before. I would imagine with his youngsters this morning, enjoying an Easter morning, came to the ballpark. Oh, yeah, you're in the starting lineup. And now the man that he shares first base with, or better said, really the man he backs up, Paul Goldschmidt.
This is the 4th pinch hitter of the afternoon.
Nobody out. Infield almost all the way in. They'll cheat back a step or two in the middle in case they can turn a double play. But they can't give up any more runs. That man, another reason they're not all the way back as well. Or all the way in, I should say.
What a pretty breaking ball that was for strike one.
Josh Colmenter went 3 innings, gave up 6 runs. The Diamondbacks committed 5 errors. They're 1 for 10 with runners in scoring position. They trailed Matt Cain 6-0. They have the lead.
Looking to add on for more.
Runner goes. We'll do it again. I mean, all the things that are recipes for victory, you wouldn't include any of those things I mentioned. Those are recipes for about a 9-2 loss.
No question. Gerardo Parra was on the move there, trying to stay out of the double play, trying to maybe open up a hole for Goldschmidt to ground something through. Well, he just got absolutely abused right there by the Romo breaking ball. Heck of a pitch. That's a tough chore coming up off the bench, having to face a side-wheeling, frisbee-throwing guy like Romo.
Don't forget, by the way, our post-game and pre-game programming extends to the weekends now, and especially after this ball game, there's going to be a lot to talk about. Certainly look forward to doing it coming up after the game. Diamondbacks Live, presented by CenturyLink. Todd and Joe breaking this one down. This ought to be a fun show to talk about. Should the Diamondbacks hold on? Willie Bloomquist today singled, swiped a base, doubled. He was stranded. Fly to left, reached on a fielder's choice, and at that time he and Pablo Sandoval, once he was at second, got into a bit of a chirping match that Sandoval kind of casually accusing Willie of stealing some signs or location. Bunted foul. Now that was a safety squeeze. Lyle wasn't coming.
You're starting to see that. Baseball fans that follow the Tampa Bay Rays, you see the Rays try that a lot. Joe Madden, their fine manager, loves that play. A bunt to the first base line, and then just let the runner at third base read it. Well, you really like to plate this one, and for obvious reasons, Darren. Obviously, to get one more run on the board and a 2-run lead, but also you don't want that momentum going right back into that giant dugout. You have first and third, nobody. Now, after the strikeout to Goldschmidt, you've got one out. You don't want to give these Giants any breathing room. They're thinking squeeze.
That's a great shot a moment ago. Willie Bloomquist with a bit of a smile. You don't see many saying, "I'm lost." You know, the sign came from Kirk Gibson to Matt Williams, and Willie a moment ago, I'm lost. You just better start over. I don't know what's going on out here.
Yeah, this is no time for guesswork. You don't want to miss a sign in this situation.
This is earlier. I'm lost.
I'm lost. Man.
Quick pickoff throw, nothing doing. 1-1 the count. 1 out, 7-6 to score. Arizona scoring all 7 of their runs in the 4th through the 7th innings. J.J. Putz with a hooded sweatshirt on out there. Brian Shaw will look to save this game. Gave up a run on opening day, but got the save. Had one of the best split fingers he's had as a Diamondback in saving yesterday's game. Now Brian Shaw, who does not have a save in the major leagues, but racked up 20 as a minor league. Drops it down, pushes it. Here comes Overbay home. Safety squeeze. He's tagged out.
Yeah, not the best of reads there by Lyle Overbay. Not the best of bunts there from Willie Bloomquist. I mean, a safety squeeze is a pretty good play when the opponent's not expecting it. but you put it on about 4 straight times. So you've got a pitcher and 2 corner infielders just charging, and they're just right in Willie Bloomquist's face, so there's really not much Willie can do other than maybe just swing the bat. You know? Does that make sense what I'm saying?
Well, absolutely.
Like if he'd have got that first one down, I think there would have been some element of surprise, but you know, he squared and did it 4 times. You know, took a couple of pitches, bunted, you know. Oh boy.
1-0 the count to Aaron Hill. That didn't go as planned.
No.
I wonder if Kirk Gibson and Matt Williams have a sign. You know, my favorite sign is drive it in the
Go
gap.
ahead and drive it in the gap. That's what I'm saying. I can't imagine Kirk Gibson and Matt Williams putting the safety squeeze on like 5 straight pitches.
Just when you think you have these Diamondbacks figured out.
Goodness. Hey, they won't be thinking it this time.
One and one the count.
Oh, good fastball there after all the breaking balls. Romo a pitch away, a strike away from getting out of a really, really ugly mess.
Last couple of years, there aren't many better relief pitchers in baseball than this man.
I agree.
A 1.88 ERA the last couple of years. 2 years combined, 2010 and 2011. His strikeout to walk ratio the last 2 seasons is 7.5 to 1.
It's pretty amazing.
The 1-2. Outside. Follow me here, too, with Romo. Isn't it a fair statement to say his actual change of pace is his fastball?
I think so. I think he's probably, I'm guessing, 65% slider, wouldn't you say? Almost 7 out of 10 pitches from him are sliders, especially to right-handed batters. Now, against left-handers, I'll bet you it's much, much different. I bet you he's prone to throw more fastballs.
Aaron Hill, it's a fly ball to center. So Brian Shaw, the right-hander, will look to lock down his first major league save. The Diamondbacks are looking to start the season 3-0. Speed right after this. It's grabbing the lead on a play where Buster Posey never stepped on home plate. He has been told by his organization, his manager, to avoid any sort of collision and don't block the plate. But on that situation, Hill was not looking to take him out at all, but he never stepped on the plate. You have to think that he will continue to grow into comfort around home plate after what happened last May with the Marlins' Scott Cousins. So Brian Shaw with J.J. Putz walking down the first two games. He gives way. Shaw 16 of 18 last year. His first major league save will come here in a few moments should he record it. Arizona really improved last year with 58 saves and 71 tries. In 2010, they saved only 60% of their attempts. Cut fastball, that's his specialty if you're new to the hard-throwing right-hander. And when I say cut fastball, that's just a pitch that is in the 90s, 92, 93, up to 94, that runs in to a left-handed hitter.
And late tilt into the left-hander's hands. Just like that. You got to throw it for strikes, especially when you're closing.
Putz out to watch his younger understudy take his position today with David Hernandez as well. There it is, cut fastball. That's a good spot.
Well, are you hitting the road? I know we are soon. Take the D-backs with you this season. Subscribe to MLB.tv today to see every D-backs out-of-market game live, online, and on your favorite devices in HD quality. Visit dbacks.com to order MLB.tv. Baseball everywhere.
Good stuff. You can watch it on your iPad and iPhone as well. 2-1. Bouncing ball, charging his Hill. Playing it right at his waist. 1 out.
Just ate him alive with that cut fastball, Darren. As you said, that late tilt in on the hands, and Pagan just got eaten up by 94 miles an hour right in on his hands. Big time pitch right there.
There was a time in Shaw's minor league career where the Diamondbacks thought he may be better suited as a starter. That was in A-ball in 2009. And a little bit in 2010 as well. That wasn't his best work. He just did better work out of the bullpen. They moved him back into the bullpen in 2011, and he flourished.
Good fastball to jump ahead, 94 miles an hour. Perfect pitch.
Ryan Roberts, third baseman, will not let Blanco drop down a bunt. Just refuses. He's 2 steps. He was 3 or 4 steps in a moment ago. Remember, Roberts was charging early in the ball game on what he thought was a bunt play from Kane, who swung away and hit it to him. Look out as that one runs in. So if you're wondering if he could react if something was slapped the other way, he showed, well, coyote-like defenses as they get ready to go into the playoffs.
Yes, he did.
Like he could have been between the pipes. Best of luck, by the way, to our NHL organization here in town. Go get him. In. 2-1 the count. That pitch is better with tilt, as Gracie mentioned. If the elbow drops low and it's flat, like that last one, not quite as effective.
You just have to make sure you throw strikes if you're Brian Shaw. You got to make all these batters in the 9th inning earn their way on. Ate him up. Just ate him up again.
2 outs.
You can see just how effective that cut fastball is. It looks so juicy and so fat in the middle of the plate. And right as you're going to swing, the next thing you know, that pitch is on you as a left-handed hitter. And you just hit the label of your bat.
Melky Cabrera now represents what could be the final out of the ball game.
That's what you want to see. But when this game ends, you want to see Pablo Sandoval on deck.
Broke his bat. It's popped up. He will hit. Pablo Sandoval will hit. A credit to Melky Cabrera. He knew a vicious pitch was coming his way. He just fought it off and dumped it over the shortstop's head.
Well, that's just big-time hitting right there. Yeah, he breaks his bat. But he just pulls the hands in nicely and flips it out into center field. And Pablo Sandoval is going to get his opportunity here in the 9th inning with 2 outs. If you're a Giants fan, this is perfect. This is what you need. If you're a Giants fan, you need Sandoval with a chance to make a difference late in the ball game. Well, he just got it thanks to Melky Cabrera.
Pablo's got 5 hits in this series. Big hit off of J.J. Putz. Big hit off of David Hernandez. So he's handled relievers.
Yes, very much so. He represents the go-ahead run. Cabrera can run at first base, too. Very good speed. He hit him. Now it's not going to matter because he got him in the elbow. Now Buster Posey with an opportunity.
Remember we told you about that run? It just kept running that time.
Now Charles Nagy. Now you got to go out and settle the young man down. Charles Nagy going to go out and settle his young man down. He's like, you okay? Yeah, I'm fine. Well, you just hit a guy to put the go-ahead run on base. Okay, now I'm fine. Well, you're going to be facing Buster Posey, their cleanup hitter. Yeah, that's okay. I'm fine. Okay, then. Here we go.
Because of that cut fastball and its ability to handcuff left-handed hitters, advantage, amazingly enough, right-handed hitter against Shaw. That's where you didn't want to get Sandoval, obviously, and have to face Buster Posey. That's what we're talking about. 292, 239.
Strike one right down Broadway. No fear right there in that pitch from Brian Shaw.
Stats don't describe a pitch like that, though.
Good point.
0-1 the count.
I'd like to hear these fans maybe getting a little louder here with 2 outs in the 9th.
And 2 the count.
94 right by him once again. No fear in that pitch from Brian Shaw.
Where were you on Easter Sunday 2012 when the Arizona Diamondbacks recorded one of the great comebacks in franchise history? For just the second time in the history of the Arizona Diamondbacks, they are off to a 3-0 start to the season. 2000 was the other time they trailed in this game by a score of 6-0. This game doesn't happen without Wade Miley out of the bullpen. 4 hitless innings of relief.
Now, Darren, you hit it right on the head. You're exactly right. A struggle for Josh Colmentor. Hand the ball to Wade Miley. 4 hitless innings. Lyle Overbay, Ryan Roberts, some big hits, some shoddy defense by both teams. But at the end of the day, the Diamondbacks just swept their big rival, the San Francisco Giants, to start the season. I mean, here it is. Let's play baseball right by them.
The Giants last year, when they scored 4 or more runs, were 55-9. This year, they're 0-3. The Giants last year were 20-0 when they scored 6 or more runs. They're 0-1 this season. We've got to talk about it in the post-game show. It's brought to you by our good friends and partners with CenturyLink. It's coming up after this break. Wow, what a game.